Hey fans, welcome inside Robbie Stadium, inside the locker room. Scott Warris joined by head football coach Ben Murphy. Warriors at Benedictine this Saturday at 1 o'clock. But coach, before we preview the matchup with the Eagles, let's go back. A big homecoming victory, 2 in a row. You win it over Aurora 21-13. And let's start by talking about what your defense did, because you showed signs, your defense showed signs and characteristics of what we've come to know and appreciate. Turning the ball over, goal line stands, and 3 and outs were great to see.
Yeah, we had a good day. It was fun to see the interceptions. Had a bunch of sacks, got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and I still think the key to the game was the 2 red zone stops. Holding the field goals was big. That's how we want to play. We've gotten 2 weeks in a row of better play out of that side of the ball, and if we want to win this Saturday, we've got to do it again.
On offense, although the numbers may not bear it out, and Sam Seamers and I touched on this frequently, especially in the second half during the broadcast, Drew Dyerson, although the numbers won't bear it out, he seemed to be as in a groove, or at least in the flow of the offense, throwing the football as better in that game as he has all season long.
You know, he's getting better at it, and Coach Jay was just talking about how this week at practice he seems to be throwing things with better timing, anticipating some openings in the coverage. And that's a sign of someone that's getting a lot of game reps and is getting used to doing things live.
And with his feet too. I mean, he did some things on his feet with Rodriguez sidelined in the second half. You were able to run the option a few times with it.
Yeah, he ran a zone read for about 23 yards on that one, and I don't think anyone knew he had the ball. So that was good. That's what we have to be able to accomplish. Our offense will run the best when we have a dual threat at that position, and we can include the option game in with our spread passing team opportunities.
You know, we talked prior to the game last Saturday against Aurora about this 3-game Illinois gauntlet, if you will, and you've gone 2-0 through the first 2. What has been the message heading into Benedictine in that regards? As you know, with each passing win, the games get bigger, especially this set of 3.
Well, it's, I told the guys, it's a big week. It's either contender or pretender. If we want to be still in the conference title hunt, we got to get a W Saturday, and we need to put a great product on the field Saturday to beat a good Benedictine team. Our guys, we have to escalate our execution in practice, and today's a big day of making sure that happens.
What is Benedictine doing well this year? They win a couple of championships. They slide back a little bit last year. Borsellino, one of the best Eagles to ever play, graduates, and so maybe some people thought they would take an even deeper slide. But here they are at 2-1, and they're doing a lot of things well. What is different this year?
They got a transfer running back that's pretty dang good, so that helps replace the void for Borsellino. They got another kid that does a lot of things with the ball in his hands, number 33, and then they have, the QB's been pretty efficient. He's not throwing turnovers. They've been able to hit some deep passes, convert on some third downs, and they look like a Benedictine team that didn't beat themselves for those years, and it wasn't necessarily just Borsellino, but it was just they played smart, efficient football, and they played good defense, and it was they've obviously gotten back to that. I think they got away from it a little bit last year.
Well, let's talk about what your team has to do this Saturday to win for the 3rd straight time in the NAC. Your defense, first of all, against some of those offensive weapons that they're throwing at you. What are some things you're stressing with your defensive unit this week?
Well, we got to be able to keep 14 bottled up in the run game. I mean, he's got a lot of yards already this year. If he can have a consistent day, that'll open up their passing game even more so. So our front has got to be stout. Then on the back end, we can't give up big plays. We got to understand that they've been able to score some big plays over the top, and if that happens, we'll be in trouble. So our guys understand that. Now let's do it on a Saturday.
Offensively, another opportunity for Drew Dyerson to take that next step and upgrade and do better for a second consecutive week. What are some things on the offensive side that you want your guys to focus in on heading into the Eagle game?
We've been able to run the ball consistently 2 weeks in a row. I think Benny's got a good front 7. So Drew has to have a very good game. He's got to be able to complete some passes, move the sticks, create some big opportunities for us. A lot of games come down to which QB plays better, and that could be what happens Saturday.
You mentioned the running game, and I want to get your thoughts, Coach. We saw Nick Sherwood, a freshman out of California, get the most playing time. He had an early season injury, and you're starting to work him into the offense a little bit more. He had more reps this past Saturday than any other game yet to this point. What do you and Coach Janowski, your offensive coordinator, really like about Nick Sherwood?
Nick's a strong kid, but he's a slasher type, which fits into what we want to do as a running game opportunity. He's got very good hands, so he's a guy that can kind of dual threat you, play in the slot, play at tailback, try to create matchups the way we want them. And he got an ankle injury in the Eau Claire scrimmage and was really out the first 4 weeks of the year. So just got him back a week and a half ago, and got a few reps against Chicago and more against Aurora, and he'll get more and more as the year goes on.
Another weapon for a Warriors offense that is as stacked as maybe it's ever been. Coach, best of skill, going for 3 straight. It'll be a tough one, I know, at Benedictine on Saturday.
Thanks.
We'll have the broadcast here on WLCSports.com. Pre-game show at 12:30. Warriors and Eagles from Lisle, Illinois. Kick it off at 1 o'clock.